Hi everybody, this is Dan Stolbarger. Welcome to our KFIR Middle East update. It's the week of February 20th, and this is going to be short, to the point. Make sure you grab the PDF PowerPoint that accompanies this with all the photos. We're going to focus in on the tragedy. Words cannot express the loss that Israel is feeling, and I should say the entire world should feel, with the BIBAS family. We begin with just orange balloons. And it's been over 500 days. It was this morning as I was waking up. I didn't sleep well last night, just in anticipation of the horrific events that we've watched. And sure enough, we have seen the unthinkable, the unspeakable take place. May the names of KFIR, Ariel, and Cherie be a blessed memory. Just a reminder, October 7th, 2023, there were 1,200, feels like thousands, doesn't it, that were slaughtered in Israel. Countless rapes, some say over 600 beheadings, babies burned, 251 kidnapped, which is one of the largest kidnappings in history. And when it comes to KFIR, BIBAS, and Ariel, and let's stop saying Hamas. Cherie and her children were taken hostage by Palestinians, civilians, on October 7th, not Hamas operatives, civilians. And those same civilians murdered her parents, Cherie's parents. They even killed the dog. She was last seen barefoot in Gaza, wading through the streets, holding KFIR, who was 9 months at the time, and her 4-year-old Ariel, surrounded by Palestinian civilians. 70% of the Palestinians who entered Israel on October 7th were civilians. They murdered, they raped, they looted, they burned lives. So let's not perpetuate the absolute lie that all of this was Hamas. Hamas was and is still just the tip of the iceberg. JNS, they reported fashionable anti-Semitism has caused leftist myths about Israeli oppressors. They do this in order to dismiss justified grief about the fate of the BIBAS kids and the fury at the savages who killed them. As much as anything else, these two little red-headed boys and their mother symbolizes clearly the barbaric cruelty of the Hamas assault on southern Israel on October 7th. Our good friend Michael UTTERBACK posted this. He's in Israel, and Israel cries. Today is one of the saddest days since Black October 7th. A blanket of sorrow has covered this nation as Israelis watch their television sets and listen to the broadcasts. No one is smiling. You hear no laughter in the streets. People are silent as they pass each other in the streets. We are all just stunned. The bodies of the BIBAS family, Cherie, 32, the mother of Ariel, 4, and KFIR, 9 months, an elderly gentleman, Obed Lifshitz, all come in a black coffin. They were paraded in Gaza in an unbelievable display of cruelty on the part of Hamas and supposedly the innocent people of Gaza. Large crowds of terrorists danced, handed out candies, families with children. Triumphal music was playing in the background. Hundreds of masked Hamas terrorists toting their AK-47s, weapons stolen from Israeli soldiers that they killed on October 7th. They were making an absolute mockery over the bodies. The hatred of these Muslim murderers and their followers is unparalleled. It is unnatural and therefore supernatural. We know the source. If there ever was a crystal clear picture of the heart of Satan, it was seen in the display of these demon-possessed, demon-filled people, men, women, youth in Gaza, rejoicing at the death of the innocent family, and even an old man who dedicated his life for peace and talked often about the fate of the four poor Palestinians for years. Yes, today is a sad day, and Israel cries. See the tears, feel the broken hearts of your people, O God. Comfort them. Come to their rescue. Rise up against your enemies and bring down their pride. Reveal to the world that you are truly the God of Israel. Some 19 hostages and more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners. Let me put this in another way. So far, 19 hostages have been released and more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners have been freed in the first phase of the ceasefire that began on the 19th of January. Over more than 800 Palestinian prisoners will be released this Saturday in exchange for what we hope to be 6 live Israelis. Over 600 prisoners were released today in exchange. What did Israel get? 4 coffins. As I said, make sure you get the PDF PowerPoint. Here are BIBI's words to his nation. My brothers and sisters, dear citizens of Israel, on this day we are all united. We are united in unbearable grief. Every home in Israel bows its head today. We bow our heads to the heavy loss of our 4 hostages. We all ache with pain that is mixed with rage. We are all enraged at the monsters of Hamas. The 4 coffins of our loved ones oblige us more than ever to promise, to swear that whatever happened on October 7th will never happen again. The voice of the blood of our loved ones cries out to us from the ground. It obliges us to come to terms with these vile murderers, and we will come to terms with them. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongs, O God, to whom vengeance belongs, shine forth. Our hearts are broken, but our spirits are not broken. And with this spirit, we will return all of our hostages. We will destroy the murderers. We will eliminate Hamas, and together with God's help, we will secure our future. And again, make sure you grab that PDF PowerPoint with all the slides. There's a slide number on slide 16, the 4 coffins. At the conclusion of this ceremony, take the time to read what was spoken, Psalm 83. I'll kind of end with something I just read from our good friend AMIR Sarfati. The Nazis are considered the embodiment of absolute evil, and for good reason. But there were Germans in Germany who saved Jews. There is not a single Gazan in Gaza who helped the Jews. Not one. Think about it. We're going to host AMIR Sarfati here in northern Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, on July 1st. All the information's on our website, holygroundexplorations.com. I don't have any other words. Sharon and I will be leaving for Israel in a week. There'll be one more YouTube Middle East update, and then for the next month, we will continue to produce updates, but they'll only be as PDFs. I'll just remind you to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And remember the words of Isaiah as God spoke. Comfort ye, my people, thus saith the Lord.